Things coming up. Paris coming up. World Cup finals.
Yeah, I got lucky to get qualified for that at the last tournament, so got my flights booked. It should be a good time. I would love to win that one. That's one. Been to the last two and got second at both of them, and so I haven't won it since '06, so it'd be a good one to walk away with a victory.
That was in Dubai, correct?
No,
Or
it was
Mexico.
in Mexico,
that's
yeah.
right.
It was the very first one. In fact, the funny part was it was the very first tournament my wife ever went to me with. And so I told her, because World Archery does a great job putting on a great show, and so I told my wife, don't expect this from every tournament. They're not all like this. So
It will be interesting in Paris, no doubt about that. Rio will be there. Braden Gelentine will be there. We'll be there as well, covering it all for you, courtesy of World Archery, as we now get set for the mixed team gold medal match. And this should be interesting. Russia seeded 8th. And clearly, it's Albina Laganova who is the more experienced archer here in this case. She's teamed up with Alexander Dombayev, who's only 24 years old, ranked 44th in the world, but Albina is the one that they look to carry the load.
yeah, Albina's solid. I mean, she's back-to-back world champion. Talk about being on this stage before, she's done it plenty. So
not much she hasn't seen or done,
yeah.
And she's had an interesting week so far. Teamed up with Dombayev. They won a shoot-off with India, then edged Korea by 1, and then won another shoot-off with Mexico to get into this mixed team gold medal match against Erica Jones and Braden Gelentine. Both of these archers shooting this morning in the team competition. Braden coming away with a gold medal as he teamed with Rio Wild and Dave Cousins to win that match this morning. And Erica Jones settling for the silver medal in the women's team gold medal match as Italy came out on top by 4 points, 223 to 219. So Erica looking for her first gold medal of the day. Braden looking for his second gold medal of the day. And in fact, Erica will have a chance at another gold medal a little bit later on in the women's gold medal match.
yeah, coming into the day, she had the chance for the triple and fell short a little bit this morning, but Braden and her will do well. They're a solid team. In fact, thinking about it, that was a pretty good win for Mexico to beat Italy, because Italy's a pretty tough team. Me and Erica were discussing that. She told me, I didn't even know that when we beat them in Colombia, that the only two Americans together that have beat Italy head-to-head was me and her.
Ah.
And so I thought that's pretty interesting.
Well, in Shanghai, Braden and Erica defeated Korea. In Antalya, it was Italy. And in Medellin, it was Italy winning again. Pagni and Tonioli teaming up to win those 2 gold medals. So the USA trying to win its second gold medal in mixed team competition here on the World Cup circuit this summer. And Erica to shoot first.
9, half a shaft out at 10 o'clock. She's barely half a shaft out at 10.
So Erica ranked number 1 amongst the women. And Braden ranked number 2, right behind the guy sitting next to me, Rio Wild.
Yep, full shaft in at 3
So
o'clock.
Braden and Erica starting off strong. The 9 and a 10. And here's Alexander Dombayev, 24 years old, has been ranked as high as 20th. No medals thus far here in 2013.
But he does have a shot this afternoon for a bronze. He shot really good this week to get to that match. So, you know, we'll see if that helps him out getting into here and get his feet wet here before he goes into that bronze medal match. Because, like I say, it'll give you some experience.
9 на 12 Nice strong shot, Erica.
So a pair of 9s for the Russian Federation. Now back to Erica, who picked up 3 medals at stage 1 in Shanghai. One of them was a mixed team gold medal, as we mentioned just a moment ago.
Yep, you caught the line at 9 o'clock. Right there.
And it looks like you could hear the coach saying, caught the line.
Yeah, and they've called it a 10 on the scoreboard, so.
Yep.
Yeah, they're both solid.
Golden.
That caught the line at 10 o'clock too, so.
So at least pick up 1 point, maybe 2, depending on what Albina and Alexander do. Right there.
Great shot.
Nice comeback. Started off a little low right, probably a strong shot, and then come back and put it right in the middle. It makes for a good feeling. Should help Albina relax. And
Albina, the world champion in 2009, 2011. And the World Cup final gold medalist in 2010. But it happens to the best of them.
It does. I mean, I ended up with a 0 in the team event in good old Colombia, so I've been there and done that.
The wind conditions, and we haven't had a chance to really talk since then. The wind conditions in Medellin were interesting to say the least.
Yeah, I'd never in my life seen the heavy boards that we have with like Longines on and some of the other sponsors come sliding across the concrete from the wind. And I was at full draw, I was watching it come across, and I was like, oh my goodness. So
we had a wind behind you, and then you had a crosswind coming about midway down the course.
Yeah, oh yeah, and it was moving you around as much as anything. I mean, the one nice part about a compound is it's pretty quick. So the thing is, more than the arrow getting moved, most of the time, it's you. How much you're getting blown around. So, if a guy goes off in the middle, most of the time, you might end up in the 8-ring depending on the crosswind. But if it's moving that much, it's moving you around more than it's moving your arrow.
So you play the waiting game, and you're trying to figure out exactly when to release it, but the clock's running.
Yeah, you don't. It's a tough one, especially being the first guy out there like I was. You don't know what you're going to be able to help your partners with, and you hate to leave them with no time because the 0 that I shot was probably just as bad as the 0 somebody else could have shot. And so, like I said, it's in a team event. It's a whole different ball game.
Trailing by 4, Dambiev shoots first and shoots well.
Yeah, give her a little more confidence again. After her last arrow, and she should be good.
I was talking to Albina yesterday. I noticed she wears glasses when she's not shooting. I said, do you wear contacts during competition? She said no. I said, how in the world do you see that target then?
There are some people that don't mind that it's blurry because they aim and center for the middle of the gold. And so I know people that are like, it's not a big deal that I can't see. I mean, Braden doesn't see as well as some of us. We've talked about it, and he's like, I'm blind, and sometimes, and so, it's
just kind of feeling your way, huh?
Yeah, you learn learn what your dot looks like in the middle and stuff like that. So Erica with another 9.
Now Braden. 3 gold medals at stage number 1, trying to pick up his 2nd gold medal of the day, aiding his cause with a bullseye. And the clock running. 30 seconds for the Russians to get their 2 shots off.
Yep, that first arrow was his only rough one, and he's been solid since then.
Dambiev drilling the shot, leaving Albina Laganova with plenty of time. And she uses most of it to her advantage, another 10.
Yeah, and that'll put a little pressure on America now, because even with her 7, you know that they have 2 10s down there, and you're like, like we talked about, even with the lead, you look at what they do, and you're like, we gotta keep ahead of them.
Erica keeping the pressure on.
Yeah, she comes back with a 10, good shot.
And a 10 right here, and the Americans can maintain the 4-point lead they established in the first end. And that's exactly what happens.
No big thing. You can actually hear these.
So 39 for the Russian Federation in this end, but 39 points for the Americans as well. And so the lead remains at 4 at the midway point of this mixed team gold medal match here in Wroclaw, Poland. 78-74, the USA on top right now, with 8 more arrows yet to shoot between the 2 teams.
But the mixed team is really funny because it seems like such a short round, you know, because you as a person only get to shoot, I think it's what, 8 arrows. So it doesn't seem like much, and it goes pretty quick. And so leads can change in a hurry, and it can be over in a hurry. And so
I've always wondered about the chemistry on teams, and not just mixed team, but any team. I mean, if somebody's struggling and the other guys are doing okay, you want to pump the other teammate up, but at the same time, are you a little bit bummed by the fact that they're kind of holding you down?
No, yes and no. For the most part, you want to be able to keep them up, because if they're doing worse and they go down further, it's just going to hurt you worse. And the biggest thing I think I've learned is most of us are professionals that are at this level. We know what we're doing. We know how to do it. So to let them do their own thing is probably the best thing. I mean, you tell them good shot, you know, good strong shot, be with them and support them. But you don't want to get in their head and make them. Because if I'm like, man, you know, come on, you're going to get it. You're shooting good. Then a lot of times they keep thinking about them last arrows, you know, and just live in the now.
So don't dwell on it.
Yeah, live in the here and the now, and keep them, you know, let them realize that you're there to support them and not, you know. Because I have been on teams where there's been conflict. And not for the best, but, you know, one advantage we've luckily had in the United States is we've had a lot of good shooters. And so even if there is some conflict and some things may cost a point or two, you usually have a good enough bunch to stand there and shoot and compete with them.
Yep.
This bunch is pretty good. Yeah. Erica Jones nailing another 10.
Yep, matching their opponent.
Nice. Smoke, right on the right side of Spider. Job.
So the USA keeping the pressure on. Not letting off the gas pedal, and in fact picking up another point. Now leading by 5 in the match. Here in the third end. And Dambayev just a little bit high that time.
Yeah, and that's only his second night after his first start, so he shot well. I mean, but it goes back to the fact, like we talked, it's such a short little round, and guys are shooting so good that it could be over in a heartbeat.
It does happen fast.
Yeah.
With 3 seconds, Albina lets it go, and it's a 9 just off to the left. And so an opportunity for Team USA to pick up another point, perhaps more.
Yeah, like I said, and that gives you, when they shoot 2 9s, it gives you a little breathing room. You're like, I can shoot 9s and stay where we're at. We already have a lead.
Yep.
And so
Erica's not satisfied with staying where she's at.
Yeah, but it still gives you that confidence.
Right.
And you're more relaxed. So odds are, a lot of times you'll see them put more in the middle.
Yep.
2 of them in the middle right there. 4 10s across the board, 40 points in that end for Team USA. So far today in the first 12 arrows, they've left 2 points out there.
That's good shooting in these conditions.
All.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, I think that's what they've shot all week is 2 off every round. So, you know, just kind of, I guess you could call it, that's their average.
So the lead stands at 7 right now, 118 to 111. The USA led by 4 after the first end, by 4 after the second end, have now built that lead up to 7 as they score 40 points. 4 straight 10s in that third end and are in great shape right now. Although having seen what I saw this morning in the Colombia-Korean match, I'm not about to count this one in the win column for the United States just yet.
Yeah, and it's one of them deals, I think, go back to experience. The Colombian girls have come on really strong this year and done really well, but they don't have that super experience and maybe a coach in the box that when they get down on that tight end and their first couple errors are a little rough, it just leads to a whole pitfall instead of like, hey, relax, we put one more in, we're okay, okay, and I think that, like that, it goes back to a lot of this is experience more than anything. Being able to learn how, not that you can control the nerves and get rid of them, but you learn how to deal with them in the best fashion to help you shoot best.
And learning to deal with adversity.
Yeah.
It seemed like there was the one shot for Colombia, and we're talking about another match this morning as we watch this one, but It just took one shot that was just off, and all of a sudden everybody else's confidence was shaken, and things fell apart for Colombia.
Like I said, that's a big part of, like, maybe if you had a coach that had been there, or the athletes. I mean, Sarah and all them are really younger shooters.
And great shooters.
Great shooters.
Yeah, good job.
You know, for their age group, you know, or they're coming up, they're awesome. I mean, think about it. 2 of them have won 2 World Cups this year. That's, for any country, that's a pretty good tall order. And so, but
I'm sure they'll learn from it, as painful as it was this morning. But that's something that's part of the learning experience.
Yeah.
And something Braden Gelantine has gone through, Erica Jones has gone through. That's why they're as good as they are right now.
Definitely.
As good as you are.
Oh, thanks,
You've had your moments too.
I have. I've had a lot of different moments.
People just think you're an overnight sensation. See?
Yeah, I've been around a while.
It took a while, didn't it?
Yes, it did. It's been a long road. I've been pretty lucky though. I can't complain.
Albina to finish it off.
She's moving around a little bit with that wind. I can see it tipping her.
But a big, strong athlete.
Yeah, she is. So, like I say, with 2 9s, they're going to be able to relax. And, you know, they already had a pretty decent lead coming into that. And they can stretch it out and finish it off strong. I know this is like one of the hardest parts for me is because I always want to finish off with a 10. I hate to win with a 9, no matter what it is. You just, not my favorite way to win.
Kind of like that last shot on the golf course.
Yeah.
You want that last shot, that last hole to be the best one of the day. And 8 by Braden Gelantine,
but still a 7-point win. You know, a lot of times, sometimes I've also thought, you know, with the wind going and stuff, I want that arrow in the target, so it's done and over with.
So despite the 8, it's an easy win for the United States here against the Russian Federation in the mixed team gold medal match. So Team USA picking up another gold medal. The men won a gold medal this morning, Rio Wild included, along with Dave Cousins and Braden Gelantine. Now Braden and Erica Jones picking up the gold medal here. So 2 gold medals on the day for the USA. The final score 155 to 148 in favor of the Americans.
Yeah, it's a good. We had a little rough run in Turkey. We didn't even come out with any medals really in Turkey. Well, we had a silver medal, and it was kind of funny coming back to U.S. Archery and a little disappointed because it was the first time in I can't tell you how long we didn't hear the U.S. national anthem at a World Cup. So